Oh, Adama Traore. Is that even the song? Right, it's over to us now. Massive weekend. Chance to go 6 points above. Burnley match preview. Welcome back to Black and White Banter. Now, I deliberately left this match preview until late tonight, Friday night, because I wanted to watch the Fulham Wolves game, so I knew what our logic and what pressure we would have going into the Burnley game on Sunday, which was already a massive game. And thank the Lord for that beautiful baby oil soaked roid head who is Adama Traore. Last minute of the match, good in. 1-0 to Wolves tonight, so that leaves us with 2 games to play over Fulham and still a 3-point lead. So if ever there was an opportunity handed to us on a baby oil covered plate, Newcastle players and Steve Bruce, it is this opportunity we have on Sunday at 12 o'clock to put a massive gap, not just in the league table, but mentally as well, going into the rest of the matches with a game in hand. Let's treat this game, and I know I say it every single match preview, let's treat this game like an absolute cup final, because Fulham have just gone off the pitch. I don't know any of you Newcastle fans watched the Fulham game tonight. They've just walked off the pitch, some of them crying. They were in tears because that's how much that last minute goal has shattered them. So if we can win on Sunday, that does so many things. Not just the 6-point gap, which is obviously huge, but mentally we are going to be in a much better place with a game in hand still on Fulham as well. But wouldn't it just be classic Newcastle to go and get battered off Burnley on Sunday? Wouldn't that just be the most Newcastle thing you've ever heard of in the land of Newcastle stupid stuff? And there's a lot. So, now I've got that out of the way. Getting a Traore. Sorry, it's only been about 15 minutes since the match finished, so I'm still buzzing. I dropped my chips all over when that goal went in. So, Burnley on Sunday. Steve Bruce's press conference today, as comical as ever. If, you know, not his most comical, but he did come out with a comment that he sat down for tea for his Sunday lunch last week with his missus, and Fulham were 1-0 up against Aston Villa, and by the time he finished his pudding and custard, it was Aston Villa 3-1. I mean, Steve, what, like, yes, you're saying stuff that a lot of us might find sort of relatable, having your Sunday lunch and stuff, but sometimes the stuff he comes out with just gets... But as I always say, we wanted to know the team news. So going into the match on Sunday, Lascelles is out. I don't think any of us realised he was actually injured. He's got a problem with his foot. Looks like a stress fracture, I think, potentially. Bruce has come out and said. So our captain's not going to be fit. But the big news we've all wanted, Wilson is back. He's trained all week. He's good to go. He's chomping at the bit to get on that pitch. So that is fantastic news for everyone involved with our football club. Get him straight in that team and let's get someone on the field who's going to take any chances that we've got. So that's a good starting point. I think apart from that, injury-wise, there wasn't really too much else to report in terms of players coming back. Obviously, Maximin played a big part, so he's going to have trained another week, so he's going to be another week fitter in terms of maybe starting the game. And I'm sure Bruce will be wanting to start him because of the threat he poses. I think defensively, yes, it leaves us a little bit short with Lascelles out, but you've got Fernandes there. The only risk with Fernandes is obviously he hasn't kicked the ball for some time. And against a team like Burnley, you've got to be on your game. You know how Burnley are going to play. Balls lumped into the box. They're never going to give you a minute. They're going to graft the bollocks off the Sean Dyche way. That's the only thing he wants from his players. So if Fernandes is going to come in, which you would assume is maybe the case, obviously we've got Clark as well, who was apparently rested last week because of his international duty. You would assume that one of them is going to come in, and if it is Fernandes, then you know he's going to have to be on it, and hopefully the rustiness of not playing for quite a while now wouldn't show for him. I think the rest of the back four, well, maybe a back five, we don't know. We'll touch on formations in a second, but Maximin, if he's fit, get him in. I think that's a must. Wilson, well, if there's any Newcastle fans watching this match preview who wouldn't want Wilson in the team, please just get in the comments and let me know why or what planet you are on. I think every one of us wants Wilson back. Obviously, Almiron will be in there. Shelby's going to play. There's a lot of calls for Richie to play. Yes, I feel like Richie had a good game against Tottenham. I'm not so much one of these fans, and I know he's got a lot of lovers for his passion. I do think, and again, it's sometimes a controversial opinion, so I might get a bit of hate for this. A lot of Newcastle fans get blinded by passion a bit. I think if you'd gone back earlier in the season, Richie was not that good. He wasn't really offering as much. His crossing was poor. He's obviously got no yard of pace, so if he pushes forward, he cannot take a man on. And it's all well and good being able to scream your bollocks off on the pitch and shout at other players. But I don't think that's just what we need. And I totally understand the argument that Richie's passion is what we need in the relegation battle we're in. I get that. And I'm with you on that one. Everybody wants to see passion from the players. But sometimes I think there's a happy medium that sometimes gets overlooked with players like Richie where, well, yes, he's passionate, but is he quality? And don't get me wrong, Sunday against Tottenham, he didn't put too much of a foot wrong. He had a good game. He whipped the ball in for Willock's goal. I know there was a couple of bounces. He never got the assist, but he whipped that in. And we all saw the video of him nutting the air, watching the goal. So yeah, I'm sure Richie will probably stay in the team. Bruce, we all know how Steve Bruce does not like to change much when things have gone better. But having said that, let's look at the opposition. It's Burnley. And I think not only do we have to change our formation slightly, we have to change the way we play. Now, if we aim to whip balls in the box like we did against Tottenham on Sunday, ball after ball, you've got to remember Tottenham were very dodgy defensively on Sunday. Not taking away from our performance, but Sanchez had an absolute shocker. He was not at the races. Burnley is a different animal. Burnley will want us to play ball after ball after ball into the box. And one of the Burnley podcasts I listened to today talking about the Newcastle game said exactly the same thing. They will happily have Richie, Murphy, let's hope he stays in the team, whipping balls in because they love to soak that up. Where we will have more joy against Burnley, in my opinion, is the likes of Maximin making something happen. Causing problems, running at them, getting in the box. That's what a team like Burnley doesn't like. They do not have skillful players in their team and they don't like playing against them. Midfield-wise, when I talked about formation, you can guarantee Burnley are going to set up a 4-4-2. Standard. They will have Westwood in midfield. They'll have two central midfielders. So if we go for two sitting again, I don't think that's the way to go against Burnley. I think we should try and overrun their central midfield. Overrun their central midfield, get Murphy and Maximin wide, and Almiron doing what Almiron does, run these bollocks off all over the field, get at them from wide positions, cause them some problems like the likes of Maximin will, but let's really overrun that midfield in the centre. Otherwise, if we go a little bit short in the centre, Burnley playing your bog standard 4-4-2, they might just bite us. And of course, they're going to go with two up top. Whether Bruce goes with five at the back, sort of wing backs again, remains to be seen. I think he will, because let's face it, Bruce has a track record of sticking with, although we didn't win Tottenham, he knows that the fans have praised him all week. Sticking with a team that's done better or won a game or improved. So he's probably going to keep things the same apart from Wilson. Who he drops for Wilson, well, that's another question entirely, isn't it? You would probably guess that it would be Gale that gets dropped. You know, if I'm taking Gale or Wilson, Wilson's going to win that battle all day. I've sang Gale's praises. Gale can be an impact sub. He was obviously unlucky against Tottenham on Sunday not to score, but Wilson has to start without a doubt. With regards to other changes, as I've said, Bruce likes to stick to a team, as we know. He likes to stick to a team that's won or at least played better. So I think the team will be the same. Maximin might come in. But because of that Traore goal that's just gone in tonight, that absolute gift that we've been handed, we just need to see the same fight, the same passing, the same creativity that we saw against Tottenham on Sunday. More of the same, but let's add 20%. Seriously, I mean, if you and the players ever needed a motivation to go out and win a football match, it's just been given to you tonight by Traore banging in that last minute winner and the Fulham players coming off the pitch crying. Just give us some sort of breathing space. We need to stay in this division this season so we can look to get Steve Bruce out of the club, look to get Mike Ashley out of the club by selling us. It's going to be such a different kettle of fish if we are in the Championship. And if ever there was an opportunity, we can go 6 points clear with a game in hand on Sunday. And Burnley is not the most difficult fixture. It's not Man City. It's not Liverpool away. It's not Man United away. It's Burnley. It's a difficult game against a team that you know how they're going to play. They're going to graft the bollocks off and they are going to lump balls in the box for fun. But we need to match them. The first 15 minutes of this game on Sunday are going to be crucial. We need to match them from the first whistle to the last and play our hearts out. I've said every video I've done, every match is a cup final. Well, if every match was a cup final before, this is a cup final to decide who wins all of the cup finals for the next 6 years. That's how big it is. And if we win on Sunday, we'll all be cracking open the champagne. I'll probably have to go and buy some. It'll probably be Aldi's Finest, but I'll be cracking open the champagne and we can all rest easy. And we can push on. The players will get a bit of confidence from it, you would like to think. And Steve, if ever you need to motivate them players and you've struggled with it for 18 months now, it's this weekend. And yes, that game tonight should be motivation enough, but let's see what he's made of, lads, and give us something to push on with now and maybe see our season out, maybe drag another team into it if we go 6 points clear. You know, the likes of Brighton and whatnot, they're still not clear of it. But Fulham are going to struggle to pick themselves up from that. But if we lose on Sunday, Fulham go, oh, we're still in it. That's exactly how the mind games are going to work, which is another reason we need to get a result. Not a draw, not a scrappy 0-0 where no chances are created. More shots on goal. We got 17 shots against Tottenham, the most under Steve Bruce. Let's make it 18 on Sunday, eh, lads? Wilson's back, Maximin's back, no excuses. As always, Newcastle fans, please subscribe to Black and White Banter. Tell all your friends about us. Like this video, comment and let me know whether you think we're going to stay up, what your thoughts are for the Burnley game on Sunday, and now because of that Fulham result, how you think that changes things. Any comments at all appreciated. If you haven't already got us on Facebook and Instagram under Black and White Banter, do so. We're pumping the content out every day. And I'll catch up with you for a match review on Sunday where hopefully I'm cracking open the champagne. Don't even like champagne, but I'm cracking it open and we celebrating being 6 points, fucking fingers crossed, 6 points above Fulham and Scott Parker and them Cockneys. Thanks for watching.